It is February 5th, 2026, and we're tracking the chance for heavy rainfall, isolated thunderstorms, and strong winds as we're going into this weekend. Hey everybody, meteorologist Drew Davis alongside with you. We've got a no-hype weather forecast video for you today, like we do every weekday on this YouTube channel. Let's just get right into it and show you what's going on outside the window, because we've got a lot to talk about today, especially as we're going into a very event-filled weekend. We've got the Super Bowl, the Punahou Carnival's going on. A lot of people eyeing the forecast out there to see if the rainfall and the strong winds are going to come through. Let's just take a look at our first alert radar and satellite out there. Again, earlier today we did see a few showers moving out over parts of Oahu, but relatively light rainfall coming in from the south. Scattered showers out there. The only other place on the island chain that we've been seeing rainfall today has been some passing showers over near Volcano and Puna. As we zoom out to take a look at the next weather maker, you can see this strong cold front up to the northwest of us. I'm going to draw out where it is, even though it's pretty obvious where it is on our satellite imagery. This is going to move down towards the east and southeast throughout the next couple of days, arriving over parts of the state late Friday night into Saturday. And zooming out even further to show you what's going on, this low pressure system up to the north of us, that's technically in the northern Pacific Ocean, south of Alaska. You can see the counterclockwise rotation of air associated with it. This is going to continue moving off towards the east and northeast, but the front is going to be making impacts across parts of the state and is going to be helped with some upper level support out there, meaning we could see some isolated thunderstorms. I'll get to all of that coming up in a bit, but here's what we're tracking. This is just a bullet point list of what's going on outside. Heavy rainfall, strong winds, Saturday into Sunday. The heavy rainfall throughout this weekend, I'm going to note, is going to be relatively scattered. When we see upper level lows like this and upper level support with the jet stream, it just means that it's not going to be for everybody. It's going to be scattered out there. It might be dumping on one part of the island chain and then completely dry and windy on the other. The unifying part of this forecast will be the strong winds. Everybody's going to be seeing northeasterlies between 20 to 30 miles per hour. Kona winds ahead of the front. Also a warning level northwest swell that's going to be building in Friday evening. A quick look at the overall weather pattern. Today I made a custom graphic to show you what's going on. Kind of a slideshow presentation of what we're forecasting to happen out there. We've got that cold front approaching late Friday night. Again, unsettled weather continues throughout Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. It looks like the strongest weather, the strongest chance for heavy rainfall and thunderstorms will be late Saturday night into Sunday. Lingering moisture hangs out all the way into Monday and maybe even early Tuesday morning. The front right now in the weather models is expected to stall out near Maui. So I do have this kind of gradient over on Hawaii Island. Not as much rainfall right now expected for the Big Island, but we could still see some heavier showers along the Hamakua coast over towards Hilo, Puna, Pahoa, and over near Volcano as well. So again, we're not tracking as much rainfall for Hawaii Island, but the windward areas of the rest of the state could see lots of rainfall as well. I want to point out this. The windward regions will receive the most rainfall. I'm going to repeat that a couple of times throughout this video. And front position, where exactly it stalls, is very crucial to deciphering the highest rainfall totals, because if this stalls a little bit further eastward, we'll be seeing more rainfall over the northern portions of Hawaii Island. A little bit further westward, more so over Molokai and Lanai and West Maui out there. And as this continues to play out, our slideshow right here, we've got strong winds aloft. I've been talking about the upper level support with this system, meaning the nature of this rainfall event will be scattered. It is going to be widespread rainfall event, but it's not going to be for everybody out there. I mean, it's not going to be dumping on all parts of the state continuously for a couple of days. It could be dry at points throughout your weekend, but it'll continue to be windy. And again, like I said, I was going to repeat, windward regions will see the highest rainfall totals, and you'll really be able to see that in our totals graphic coming up here in a bit. The unifying factor of this forecast will be the strong northeasterly winds building in behind the front. Northeasterlies between 20 to 30 miles per hour, gusting closer to 40 miles per hour and above. And a note, it's going to be even stronger in the valleys and just downwind of the mountain. So in Manoa Valley, Kalihi Valley, you'll likely be seeing pretty strong winds out there coming just downslope of the mountains. All right, let's take a look at the surface pressure to show you what's going on. Out to the north of us, again, we've got that mid-latitude cyclone that we showed you. It's spinning away in the northern Pacific Ocean, just to the south of Alaska out there, the counterclockwise rotation around it. And then we've got this high pressure system off to the northeast, a relatively weak one. This is one of the reasons we're starting to see more southeasterly winds. Air is getting pulled up as it's rotating clockwise around this high pressure system and counterclockwise around this low pressure system, and you can kind of draw out where the front is. You can see the kinking and the isobars out there. Again, it's kind of just this pattern you're seeing right here. It's kind of like that, where we're able to point out where the front is. Again, the front moves down late Friday night into Saturday, and then behind the front, we're going to be seeing strong high pressure build to the north of us. This has been pretty consistent in the weather models over the past couple of days. Again, late Saturday night into Sunday, you're going to be seeing some really strong northeasterly winds building in behind that actual front, and then it's just going to be pretty breezy, pretty windy out there. The high pressure sticks around into Monday, starting to weaken and moving away from us as we're going into Tuesday. Really nice weather expected throughout the middle of next week. But I've been talking a lot about the mid and upper level support this system is going to be receiving. Let's just show you what's going on a little bit higher up in the atmosphere, the mid levels. Again, we're going to be watching this trough that's going to be dipping down closer to the northwest of us, and it's going to be deepening, and you can see the lower pressure getting further southward. It's deepening right there, and then we're seeing this trough just off to the northwest of us, potentially cutting off from the overall flow and moving off to the southwest of us. This low pressure system at the mid, it also happens in the upper levels, is going to be spinning away from us, going to the southwest, bringing some heavy rainfall just to the southwest of the island chain. But again, we are going to be seeing that upper level support. So let's take a look at the upper level flow, giving you a picture of what's going on with the jet stream. This is going to be dipping further southward, like the mid-level flow, this long wave trough out there, kind of setting up with the trough axis just being to the west of the island chain. And you'll notice, we talk a lot about this in these videos, the upper level flow, we are looking for upper level divergence, and that happens just downstream of these long wave troughs. So at this point right here in the long wave trough, we are going to be seeing upper level divergence. Air is going to be moving away very quickly from this point, meaning so air is going to be rushing out of the trough right here, meaning surface air and mid-level air is going to have to rush upwards, meaning we're going to be having dynamic lift, upward motion in the atmosphere, helping the development of the already pretty moist and unstable atmosphere out there because of the arrival of the cold front, giving vertical growth and the chance for heavy rainfall. That's why I've been pointing out that this is going to be relatively scattered. It's not going to be for everybody out there. It's because of this upper level support. Again, we get that first round of rainfall with the front, then the unsettled weather continuing, and then we're going to watch this trough move away from us and potentially cut off going into the southwest as we're going into Monday and Tuesday. All right, let's take a look at the first alert Futurecast showing you what's going on out there. This is the European weather model, and you can already see the front just off to the northwest of us. So again, we've got this cold front that's going to be moving down the island chain and bringing that chance for rainfall. Again, where it stalls out is going to be very crucial to see where the highest rainfall totals are going to be. This is Friday evening around 8 p.m. We're already seeing showers over on Kauai ahead of the front. You are going to be seeing a few scattered showers tomorrow morning, maybe some gray clouds in the sky. Then the front moves across the state as we're going into early Saturday morning. Rainfall sticks around. Those strong northeasterly winds continue to push moisture up against windward slopes, so that's why I keep saying the highest rainfall totals over windward areas. And then you see the spinning actually happening in the models of that cutoff low moving off to the southwest of us. So the heaviest rainfall just off to the southwest of us, but we continue to see rainfall all the way into Monday and Tuesday. So just an unsettled weather pattern out there that we've got to keep an eye on. All right. Here's the local view so you can see what's going on a little bit more clearly. As we're going throughout the rest of this afternoon, still maybe some pop-up showers over near Oahu. We're starting to see the winds get more southerly ahead of the actual front. Some convergent showers, convergent bands moving in ahead of the actual front. This is Friday around 11 a.m., seeing showers over on Maui County. Then the front starts to move in towards Kauai as we're going into late Friday night. This is around 8 p.m. You're starting to see the northerly winds behind the front. Then it continues to move down to Oahu earlier Saturday morning. Parts of Maui County starting to see heavier rainfall. This is Saturday around 10 a.m. You can start to see the strong northeasterly winds building in behind the front, and it continues to bring strong showers, heavy showers over windward sides of each island. And you can even see going into late Saturday night into Sunday, that's where I'm predicting the best chance for heavy rainfall will be, all the way into Sunday and Sunday morning, Sunday afternoon. Just an unsettled weather pattern all the way into this weekend. So you can see this is all the way into Monday. Lingering moisture out there starts to pull away going into Tuesday and Wednesday. All right, let's take a look at the GFS to show how it kind of differs, but we're kind of starting to see the weather models converge a little bit. You're seeing rainfall, scattered showers out there over Oahu and parts of Maui County out there going into Friday evening. Then the front starts to move down late Friday night into Saturday. Scattered showers, heavy rainfall over windward areas. Northeasterlies building in. It's going to be very breezy. As the front is expected to stall over parts of Maui County, we could be seeing heavy rainfall out there. And the GFS differs a little bit from the Euro by bringing more heavy rainfall to windward Hawaii Island and also towards Puna, Pahoa, and Volcano. Lingering moisture all the way into Monday. It starts to pull away going into Tuesday. So again, where the front lines up is going to be crucial. We've got to keep really close eyes on that. It's something that we're watching pretty closely. All right, rainfall totals yesterday. We're going to speed through this. This is from our partners at the Hawaii Climate Data Portal and the Hawaii Mesonet over at Manoa. Almost no rainfall across the state yesterday. If anything, we saw a few Mauka sprinkles that weren't detected by the Mesonet. If anything, trace rainfall. Now let's take a look at our forecasted rainfall accumulation. And you're going to take a look at this and you're going to be able to see why I've kept saying windward areas are going to see the most rainfall. Let's just go through it as the front continues to move through. Scattered showers Friday morning, Friday afternoon, jumping up pretty drastically throughout the weekend. I'm just going to go through this pretty quickly. This is from now until Saturday at 9 p.m. and 1.5 inches over in Honolulu. Pukalani around 1 inch of rainfall. And you can see windward areas are really going to continue to see their totals grow as we're going forward. You can see the Hamakua Coast seeing more rainfall out there. Windward Maui, windward Oahu, windward in northern Kauai out there. And let's just go through all the way into Saturday into early Sunday. Rainfall totals really just hang out. Monday at 6 a.m., 3.1 inches over in Kahului. 4 from now until Monday at 2 p.m. over in Honolulu. It just jumps up. It is looking to be scattered rainfall, scattered heavy showers out there, so we're going to continue to watch how this develops. Conditions expected to improve Tuesday into Wednesday. I will just give you a quick note that this is just raw weather model data, so make sure to check back with us often, or at least throughout tomorrow, and I'm also going to upload a video on Saturday and Sunday to show you what's still going on out there. So heavy rainfall all the way into Saturday, Sunday, and Monday seems like the best chance right now. Saturday night into Sunday, heavy showers continue into Sunday and Monday. A quick look at the water vapor satellite imagery. We still have drier air hanging around parts of the state at the mid-levels, but humidity is starting to climb with overall southeasterly winds out there. We're even starting to see southerly winds this afternoon. Temperature is going to be a little bit warmer as you're waking up early tomorrow morning, around the upper 60s, low 70s, so not as chilly as it was earlier this week when it was pretty cold for Hawaii standards. Some areas got into the low 60s for lows, and then Friday afternoon in the upper 70s, low 80s. Saturday morning, a little bit chillier with those northeasterly winds. Now let's take a look at the wind forecast, because again, we're starting to see changes out there. Southerly winds, southeasterly winds, westerly winds over in Lihue. And let's take a look at the windcast, because you're going to see this change. Breezy southwesterly is expected ahead of the actual front, around 5 to 10 miles per hour, maybe getting closer to 15. And then you start to see the shift happening overnight as the front starts to pass over parts of the state. Between 15 to 20 miles per hour Saturday afternoon. Now, these are sustained winds. And historically, I haven't been very confident in the actual wind values from this specific model. I'm expecting these values to be quite higher going into Saturday evening and Sunday, especially as that high pressure system is going to be building in to our north. Our first alert Vog forecast out there, you can see southerlies continuing to push Vog out across a majority of the state. It's going to be clearing out, and then it's going to be moving over the windward side of Hawaii Island, but the northeasterlies push it right back down to the southwest. So still some haze in the sky for the eastern half of the state. Now let's take a look at our surf and shoreline forecast. We still have an advisory out there. Another swell moves in tomorrow afternoon, tomorrow evening. North-facing shores around 14 to 18 feet. West-facing shores around 10 to 14. South-facing shores around 1 to 3. East-facing shores around 1 to 3 as well. And a quick look at the next swell info. Again, this is for Friday. The direction being 315 to 325. I bumped up the degree value a little bit. Yesterday we had 310 to 320, but I think it's going to be a little bit closer to 320. Size, near warning. Heights 10 to 15. Face period around 14 seconds. Arrival is going to be late Friday night, holds through Saturday, and I've also dropped the energy a little bit. 2,500 kilojoules, slowly easing throughout Saturday, and you can see the swell arriving late Friday, and then not a lot of energy as we're going into next week. It seems like a swell might miss us just to the north of us. Running through our tide tables as well. Let's just run through this really quickly. High tide in Honolulu Harbor, 6:33 a.m. tomorrow. Also high tide in Kahului Harbor. It seems like I must have misinput the data right here. So editing Drew, take it away. What's the high tide going to be in Kahului Harbor tomorrow? High tide in Kahului Harbor is going to be at 4:45 a.m. tomorrow morning. Thank you, editing Drew, for that important information. Kihei, you're seeing 6:37 high tide tomorrow. Hilo Bay high tide around 5:38 a.m. tomorrow morning, and then moving over, here's a look at the high tides over on Kauai. All right, box jellyfish also going to be washing up as we're going into the beginning of next week. It's about a week after the full moon that we start to see this happening. Monday and Tuesday, some Oahu south and west facing shores. I will note with the northeasterly winds, it might be a little bit harder for them to get up closer to the shore, but it is possible that you run into a few of them. Our island by island forecast, you're going to notice there's going to be a lot of sunshine out there. The rain's going to be moving in late. Scattered showers over on Kauai, west and southwesterlies between 10 to 15 miles per hour. Northeasterlies as the front starts to move in late. More sunshine out there. Scattered showers over Oahu, but the front again moves in late tomorrow night. Maui County mostly sunny. Southerlies. Been talking too much. Southerlies around 5 to 10 miles per hour. 83 for a high in Kahului tomorrow. Waking up around 66 in Kihei. Scattered showers out there ahead of the actual front. Sunny in Kailua Kona. Calm winds becoming southwesterly in the afternoon. Northwesterly over in Hilo in the afternoon. Around 83 degrees for a high. The northern portions of Hawaii Island mostly sunny, calm, and westerly winds around 5 to 10 miles per hour. Now, we've talked about a lot today, and this forecast, again, is going to evolve, so please check back with us tomorrow. We'll have the most up-to-date forecast that we possibly could give you tomorrow ahead of the front's arrival, and then we're going to be watching this throughout the weekend. I'm going to be here throughout Saturday and Sunday with update videos for you on all social media platforms, and to make sure that you get updated when we upload new videos, make sure to like and subscribe, smash the notification bell, and then I will see you tomorrow, weather permitting. This has been meteorologist Drew Davis.